All right, welcome everyone to another edition of RF Sports Radio. You see, we are live in Oklahoma City, as you can tell by the thunder sign behind me here. And we're here for Game 5, man, 2-2. The Thunder come back in Game 4 to tie up the series, and now we're here for a pivotal Game 5. First of all, welcome to Oklahoma City, my man.
Yeah, I don't like coming back up here, but I'm here to hopefully we leave here with a win. But you're absolutely right. This Mavs should have won the last game. They led the whole game. Got to the fourth quarter, they tied it up with about 2 or 3 minutes left, and they just couldn't hit free throws. It was the worst free throw shooting I've ever seen in NBA history.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to that game a little bit. Like you said, they were leading pretty much the entire game, but it wasn't a great game from Luka. It wasn't a great game from Kyrie. Not only did they miss free throws, they missed shots.
They couldn't find shots.
Yeah, but it came down to free throws at the end. They couldn't pull the trigger. You know, after the game, we heard from Luka, we heard from the coach. They were kind of shaking it off as, you know, just a bad game. I mean, but let's face it, it's not just it is Game 5 now.
Absolutely.
It's 2-2.
Yeah, and they up one, which makes a difference. You know, you could have been up one and come to the end it. But this series probably goes 7 games. The Mavericks should have won. You and I had a discussion about Kyrie not scoring in the first half. I got a problem with that. I think he needs to come out and be more aggressive. And if you got P.J. Washington...
Okay, so why do you have a problem with the way he's been playing so far? Well, really the whole playoffs.
Well, Luka scored 18 points. He's not having a great game. He did have a triple-double. But you got to have more than that to beat Oklahoma City. Washington he was the highest scorer. And that doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, he's been a high scorer this series.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're going to need everybody. They need at least 25, 25, and 25. DJ.
I don't really have
Luka.
a problem with the way Kyrie's been playing.
I do.
Coming alive in the second half. I think the problem he had in Game 4 was he had foul trouble in the first half. They kind of negated a little bit of what he was trying to do. Then we tried to get started in the second half. It just wasn't there.
Well, not just this game, but the whole series. He started out slow.
Yeah.
And we know Kyrie's better than that. You know, if he come out and score 30 points, we win the game.
Yeah.
Automatic with Luka and PJ. But I'm looking for a game where the bench actually steps up.
Okay. When you say bench, who you talking about?
Josh Green.
Okay.
Hardaway. What's the other guy play point guard?
Jalen Hardy?
Yeah, Dane Hardy. Well, Hardy hadn't played any of this series. But, you know, somebody's got to come off the bench and bring a spark or bring some energy or something, you know what I mean? Because by the time you get to the fourth quarter, second half, Lucas is wore out. His body's he's not healthy. You know, he's been through a lot of bumps and bruises, but they need everybody tonight.
Well, again, not to go back so much on Game 4, but I just think they lost an opportunity. I think we both agree on that.
Absolutely.
But they've been here before. This happened in the Clipper series, and in Game 5 we were there in L.A. when they just blew them out the water to win Game 5.
Phoenix
the same way. Now this is a number 1 seed Oklahoma City team that's young. You know, do they have that momentum now? Is it going to be tougher to win Game 5 against Oklahoma City than it was against the Clippers?
I don't think so, because the Clippers were a veteran team. This is a new team, but they have nothing to lose. They throw it all out. When you're that young, you just go for it. You know, a lot of energy, a lot of athleticism, you know, with this group. But, you know, Kyrie's been to the playoffs. He's won a championship. Luka's been to the playoffs. These guys do have experience, and the experience does make a big difference in the playoffs. You have to adjust your game, and even coaching.
Yeah.
I expect kids to do a better coaching job this game than last time. So, you know, he's been a fighter. He's got championships. So
One thing that makes this different for me is that this team actually feeds off the crowd a lot.
Right.
Being a young team, the crowd is a lot different than the Clipper crowd.
Very loud.
Yeah, the Clipper Game 5, there was seats still in the arena.
And
they're going to be no seats.
Right,
they're going to be no seats in there.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of that. So to me, it's going to be the toughest of the Game 5s for the Mavs so far, in my opinion.
Especially tonight, since they have won.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, they're going to really be.
Well, it's 2-2.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the pivotal game right here.
But if they win tonight, it's going to go crazy.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to go crazy either way, because this crowd is something else, man. They are very, very loud. But if the Mavericks can steal this and they go back home and win that one, they can end the series and probably go on to play Denver or whoever win that series.
Mhm.
But I think they can do it. This is a good test for them. This is a good warm up to go into a championship game. But I don't. That Shea Gilgeous Alexander is a beast.
Yeah, well, to me, Game 4 was his best game by far. I mean, he had a great Game 4.
But the guy,
he took a bunch of shots to get all those points. So it wasn't like he hasn't been having a great series, but he did score a lot of points in Game 4. Game 5. Does Kid make any adjustments? Do you see him making any changes? Anything they're going to do differently to try to shake things up for Game 5?
That's a great question. What will he do? But basically, I like to again take the ball out of Luka's hands, save a little energy, and let the other guys bring the ball up, and let Luka, break free. You don't have to do so much, and guys have to hit shots. Hardaway's not playing, put Josh Green. Josh Green not playing, put somebody else in. But you need that third scorer.
I thought in Game 4 he went to the bench too early in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I think hopefully in this game the adjustment he'll make is let those starting 5 guys play a little bit longer into the first quarter, get a little bit more established, maybe get a lead, and then try working some of the bench players. And I know you said the bench has got to come through, but I felt like in Game 4 he subbed them in too early. And then, but to his credit, a lot of guys got in foul trouble. Gafford got in foul trouble. Lively didn't have his best game, and then of course Kyrie got in foul trouble really early too. So
and Gafford hadn't had his best game yet either.
No, he was good in Game 2. He was good in Game 2,
but he's kind of fallen off the last 2 games. But I think he's a little banged up too. I think the whole team's really
I think everybody's got something
banged up. But I expect the Mavericks to win tonight. It'll be a tough schedule, like I said. It'll be hard to do, but Kid's going to have to make some changes.
What changes? That's what I'm going to get specific about what
you said
changes he has to make.
Substitution early. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And then you got to look, if things not going good, you got to look down at your bench sometimes.
But is it this?
I know,
you can't work a guy in Game 5.
I know. But
Hardaway needs to play better.
Hardaway is the guy needs to come off the bench. Josh Green's another guy.
Yeah.
You don't have Maxie Cleveland. So Hardy hadn't played in this series. We know he can score. But that'll take some of that off of Luka because Luka plays so many minutes, and he's banged up. But, if the Mavericks get a lead, you can take him out there. But other than that, like you say, this time of year, guys have to play a lot of minutes. You see it in New York, and these guys got to play a lot of minutes. And everybody hurt. We'll see.
To me, the biggest thing that needs to happen in order for the Mavericks to get a win tonight is Luka's got to be Luka tonight. He's got to go.
Absolutely.
Got to have a 30-point game. He needs a triple-double. To me, this is kind of the fork in the road for him because he's been to a Western Conference Final, been to playoffs before. He's got a much better team this time around.
Back again.
He hasn't had a great playoffs, so I think now he's got to find a way to be that triple-double Luka Doncic tonight in Game 5.
And you don't have many opportunities to make it back to this far. They come few and far between. You got to take advantage of it. Well, I'm interested to see how it goes, and I think Kid will make adjustments. I think the Mavericks will play better. But I'm telling you, it's going to be hard tonight because of that crowd. That crowd does fire them up. And, playing at home, get to sleep in your own bed, get your rest, get to use all the facilities, that the home team have, and medical staff. So it's a little different playing at home than away. So I look for a great game tonight, though.
Yeah, well, and then on the Oklahoma City side, like you said, I think they got to ride the momentum of the crowd, the momentum of a home game. I mean, youth is their biggest enemy at this point.
Athleticism, too.
But I think, I do think that quietly they're a little banged up, too.
Oh,
I don't think Chet's 100%.
Absolutely.
Watching the way he was moving in Game 4. Other guys are banged up, too. This is the deepest that they've really, toughest road in the playoffs they've ever had to face before, but I think the inexperience that they have is going to be the one thing they have to fight, not only from the players, but the coach too. Let's face it, he hasn't really been in this situation either.
Well, he's been 8-9 deep in his bench.
Yeah.
That's one thing they have in this
One thing they have in their favor.
He can go 8-9 deep in his bench, pull guys out to play. So we'll see what it's going to be a great game tonight. We'll see how they come out and see how they win. Hopefully we can leave Oklahoma City in victory. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, man. So things get kicked off here in a couple of hours. We're going to kind of mosey around a little bit, talk to a few people, talk to the coaches before the game, and we'll be back for another edition after the game, right?
After the game.
You got any predictions for the night?
Mavs win.
I mean, what? Any points? Anybody who's gonna be the star? Who's gonna get the win for him?
Shea gives Alexander Williams 30. Luka will have 30.
You heard it
I
first.
expect Kyrie to step up tonight too. I'd like to see him score at least 25 points. We need him tonight. We need everybody tonight.
Well, you heard it here first, man. We'll be back after the game. RF Sports Radio live from OKC. Mavs and Thunder, Game 5.